Glenn, everybody's been intrigued recently because you called out Evander Holyfield in what would have been the clash of the old world cruiserweight champions. That didn't happen. Holyfield didn't take it up with you at all. And now we've had Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest fighters this world's ever known, call you out. Can you explain the background to that?
So, you know, John, this is, it's almost as big a surprise for me as it is for anybody, because I did, for BT Sport, I did the Tyson-Roy Jones fight,
sure.
which intrigued me immensely, that, you know, two lions of the game were gonna go at it in their 50s. And it became a very intriguing and a good spectacle. It became a good spectacle to see how these guys, you know, after the lives they'd had and the careers they'd had, were going to be. And and it was a good fight. It was good entertainment. We had a great night on BT Sport, and I come away from that thinking, you know, what's this all about? Now, I do know Evander Holyfield. I spoke to Evander just about his opinion
of that fight.
Just about what did he think of that fight, and he said, "Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought they did well. I thought Mike was strong, and you know," he says, "Should we do it?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, if you're calling me out," he says, "you call me out." So I did. You know, I just thought, Evander Holyfield wants me to call him out. I mean, that in itself is something big. And then it went, you know, the papers got hold of it, and the media got hold of it, and it went very big. And then Evander went very quiet, and you know, he was texting me most days with a prayer from the Bible, but nothing else. And then Tough Boxing got involved. Simon Whittle and Robin Farrell got involved to try and make it happen, and Evander's people were not talking. So that was it. You know, I thought a nice bit of publicity, and it was intriguing that, you know, what Evander had said. And then the next minute I get Christmas Eve night, I think.
Here's a present,
and it was Roy Jones Jr. calling me out, which, you know, is amazing in itself. You know, it was great, and I'm thinking, and he said, you know, Evander doesn't want it, I'll have it. I think we can make this fight. So then you're thinking about the realities of 56 years of age,
sure.
and not boxing for 27 years. And to be honest, you know, as you know, nobody knows me better. I've been in the gym training fighters and been around the gym, but I've never done any boxing training because I wanted to resist that urge of coming back. And I did resist that urge of coming back. But then it just started to think, you know, I can do this. I can do this. You know, I can do this. I've got, and I went in the gym with my son. We went in the gym, you know, shadowboxed, put the gloves on, and it was amazing because I retired at 25.
Very early.
I had to come back. I was very badly mismanaged, as you know, and I had to come back to pay bills for money that I never got, and I still felt fresh. So that gave me the confidence to say yes. You know, you want to fight,
and you are saying yes.
I am saying yes,
right.
100%. You know, because for that little moment, you know, when there was talk of, you know, you're talking about giants of the ring, Holyfield and Roy Jones. When that moment when it was discussed, it was the thought of, this has been a really tough year. This has been, you know, I mean, I have suffered massively, as have so many people. But I've suffered depression serious depression for many years, and, you know, got into trouble. You know, I've had problems with alcohol, and it's been tough times, and I just wanted, and all of a sudden this inspired me. All of a sudden this just seemed a light that, whoa, something bright's happening.
Can I ask you, because that's the interesting point, Glenn. A lot of people looking at you and possibly looking at Roy Jones Jr. and Tyson will say, why do you want this at 50 odd? And the cynics would say, are you in it either A, for the money, or B, because you've missed the glory days? I suspect with you it is neither of those reasons really, but people will want to know the answer to that question. Why are you doing this at this stage of your life?
I mean, first of all, this is not a comeback. I'm not coming back, gunning for Usyk. I'm not coming back gunning for a Coley. It's not a comeback. I'm 56. I wouldn't get a license. This is an exhibition 8 round, the same as Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, which was serious. They were going to hurt each other. There's still that element in there. But it just made me feel. It made me want to get out of bed. It made me want to get out of the doldrums. It made me want to not feel depressed. Suddenly I felt, over this last 12 months, with no work, I separated from my partner in January. So I live alone. It has been the worst. On top of the depression, losing my brother and my nephew and so many of my family. This has been the worst year ever. And I've been close to the edge on so many occasions. And the one thing that you do when the depression is, you hit the bottle, and and it just makes things worse. And and that's kind of what happened. So,
are you proving to yourself, Glenn, and to other people that yes, you can meet a challenge, yes, you can find a good reason to live properly again, not just exist, but to live with a meaning to it all, that this is giving you the opportunity to do that. And if you pull this off, other people can look at you and say, yeah, he had a go at overcoming his demons. It's more fighting demons, or it's as much fighting demons as fighting Roy Jones.
Oh, very much so. It's about redemption. It's about having fun and turning back the clock for a night and getting some redemption and making some people happy and making some people smile and giving some people hope. When there seems like there's none, there is hope. So, if Tyson Fury can come from 28 stone to become the champion of the world, if I can come back at 56 after not being in a ring for 27 years and take on the 5-weight world champion, then you know what? You can do it too. And that's what my message is. You can do it too. You can come back. You can reinvent yourself. You can work harder. You can get out of bed. There's no excuse. Let's all do it together.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive, from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.